Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your 15th to the 31st reading of January. Of course, energy is fluid, so it may permeate a little before the 15th, a little after the 31st. I'm going to be splitting it into two readings, the 15th to the 21st and the 22nd to the 31st. Let's get right started with it the first week here. And I was hearing for you right up and out, Aquarius, that there are certain boundaries, okay, that you're making very, very clear use of. You have the High Priestess in reverse here. I'm getting that you're taking a very sober approach here in terms of, I'm hearing speaking out about, confirming certain principles. I'm hearing foundations, setting the foundation, okay? I'm hearing woodwork. You want in a certain way for there to be a certain balance about you in the way that you take on, I'm hearing level-headed, the way that you take on these next steps. And I'm hearing future. So there could be a focus on the longevity of whatever it is that you are setting into motion. This is, let's see, the 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21st. Beautiful. You are transmuting, Aquarius. You are transmuting what has been unsatisfactory to you. And there is a certain clarity that you find is the point at which you are almost charged, okay, to take a certain direction, a certain lead, a certain action. And the desire is to create a certain environment and circumstance that will be fruitful for what I'm hearing foundation it is that you are laying. And this is by way, yet again, I'm getting by way of a certain sobriety, so to speak, that you take on as it pertains to matters that are inherently emotional. And it's like the more clear I am, the more level-headed I am with matters that are emotional, the more clear, I'm hearing descript, the circumstance becomes of where I'm hearing I want to lay these eggs, and I'm hearing these fish eggs. Okay, now the fish is the is a symbol of Pisces, so they may be dealing with a Pisces, and you have the High Priestess here. This is typically the card that I feel associated with the Pisces archetype, but you may also just be dealing with matters of cycles of creation, and there is a focus on the water element, but I'm getting that it's almost as if the tighter of a hold, the firmer of a hold and grip I have, the more boundaries I have, yet again, with matters that are otherwise so sort of in flux, right, the emotional realm, the more clearly I can begin the emotional cycle next. And so I'm getting that you are preparing a certain foundation, yet again, by way of upholding certain strict boundaries. And others may feel, okay, in your midst, in a certain way, that these rules are I'm hearing hyper-focused, hyper-aware. And from your perspective, I'm getting, Aquarius, there is the recognition that it's got to be that way, okay, that there is the need to make extremely clear where you stand with certain emotional isms to ensure that what it is that is being carried into the future is very clearly, I'm hearing described, I'm hearing descript yet again, and I'm getting that you want to take a very level-headed approach with this. This is by way, you have the Six of Swords again in your theme, in reverse. This is by way of the understandings that have come about, okay, in the recent past as I'm getting it, perhaps in the last few weeks, and perspective and perception and perhaps even societal sort of standards in a certain way, take it as you will, as you may have perceived it or felt it, has in a certain way helped form an awareness that you now hold of the role that perception plays. And it's the desire yet again is to be unconventional with things, okay? And it's like, well, this is how I feel. This is how I feel about how I feel. And this is kind of what I feel I want to do with what I feel, okay, sort of thing. And setting very clear sort of boundaries yet again with where those emotions lead in a certain way. Now, there is the feeling that you are moving towards substantial growth that will be by way of how much you take charge with matters that are inherently in principle. Okay, I'm hearing in principle in their form that are, I'm hearing in a way a reflection of principles, a matter of principles. And so it's like I want the foundation of whatever it is that I set into motion to be in principle. Okay, I want it to be comprised of principles and to be also subject to certain values and principles. I want my principles to be clear, okay, in the work that I move through from here on out. And what you release, okay, are emotional, I'm hearing outcasts that do not serve the efficiency with which you want to create. And it's like whatever is overly emotional, okay, you are releasing, even if, let's say, it is an energetic past, okay, even if it is, let's say, I'm hearing disharmonic, I'm hearing, okay, whatever it is that has just not been in tune. You're like, well, plucking the string off that guitar. Okay, it's like that kind of feeling that I'm getting, Aquarius. Now let's move into the last week here, the 22nd to the 31st. See what energies come through for you. I'm hearing rotation, rotational device. I'm getting that there is motion and movement, but in a way that is, I'm hearing centrifugal. You have, again, the Six of Swords coming through, the Son of Swords coming through. This perception here is such a focus for you, specifically as it pertains to the past, as I'm getting it. The Hierophant coming through again. Focus on principles and values set forth perhaps through partnerships, relationships, as it pertains to as well what is deemed to be a path and a road. I'm hearing a means of conventionality. Okay, Six of Cups, absolute focus on partnerships here. I'm hearing Capricorn for you. Aquarius, the Mother of Cups in reverse. Right behind the Six of Cups, who motions over to the Hierophant. You then have another stack of cards here faced by the Magician. Overlaying Temperance, overlaying the Three of Swords in reverse, overlaying the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, the focus for you is transmutation of what role career and finances play for you. Excuse me, Aquarius, and what it is that you make of what you realize is a defining principle of what you envision to be a working paradigm with matters of career and matters of finances. Is the focus here is by way of your vision, and I'm hearing vision keeping, and I'm getting that you have been almost, it's like this, I want to move forward with my vision, I want to make things, I'm hearing mover and shaker, I want to, I'm hearing centrifugal force again, I want to not only feel the motion, I'm hearing laterally, but to feel it, I'm hearing serendipitously, very interesting, within me. I want to feel what I'm creating, not just outside of me, but also as I'm making it. I want what I'm creating to move through me in a certain way. And so I'm getting that the judgment of your sense of almost momentum, okay, of creating is somewhat different. Yet again, it's like, it's not a matter of distance, it's not a matter of time, it's a matter of how exactly I'm hearing and vibrating with what it is that I'm hearing. I'm singing for a number of you, okay? So there could be focus on arts here, absolutely. What you're moving through and beyond is a past. I'm hearing that is emotional, but that is also, I'm hearing contextual, that has to do perhaps with other individuals, that has to do with work life. Also, I'm hearing family life, could have to do with a certain structure that was in place that had to do with, and there could have been so many layers to this, right? Like a layer, so many, perhaps I'm hearing rules and regulations to how it is we create. You're like, I want to get out. Okay, I don't want to create within a certain paradigm, okay? And you realize that that was unsatisfactory in some kind of way. Now, I'm seeing that, Aquarius, there's a focus on community. There's a focus on collaboration that you that you realize I can't entirely sacrifice, okay, that I can't exactly sacrifice. And there is an emotional connection here, and there may be an individual Mother of Cups, an individual who has a lot of water in their chart, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, who is focused here, but that you realize almost, I'm hearing, it's like too emotional, almost. You feel like it's too, and it's where you are ready to move into fire, okay, and fast-paced motion and movement and dynamism and spontaneity, and what I see is what I get, is what I create, is what I make happen in my world, in my reality. There could be this feeling of, I'm hearing listlessness, where it's like, oh, when we approach matters of collaboration in such a way that is I'm hearing slow moving, in a way that is so, I'm hearing tuned in and dialed in to the nuances, I'm hearing we forget the pace that we're trying to keep up with. Now, at the same time, though, I'm getting that matters of I'm also hearing communication are a focus here. Communicating how it is that we stand, where it is that we stand in relation to matters of partnership, specifically financial as well, is a focus here. I want to pull a few more cards for you, Aquarius. I'm hearing momentum, though. Momentum. You want to keep up the momentum. And I'm hearing speaking out could help with that. Okay. Now, you have the Three of Pentacles, the Mother of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Father of Pentacles. Tremendous focus here on the earth element, on groundedness, on finances. Absolutely, there could be a pool of finances. There could be a certain set of terms that I'm hearing fiscally bind. Perhaps it could be contractual, that you feel, I'm hearing legated to, where you feel perhaps even legally there's a component that I'm hearing you need to skate around, that you need to skate by. What is it that you feel is a point of stability, but also I'm hearing a barrier to entry into further realms of creation and creativity? There is a focus for you on understanding exactly what this, I'm hearing cookie is, I'm hearing what the cookie cutter is, and also what I'm hearing what the crux is of the matter. And it's almost like where there is stability and foundation, how does it serve as the foundation for collaboration, but at the same time, how does it in a certain way disconnect, I'm hearing specifically values, and how does it also disconnect, I'm hearing deform in a certain way as we may perceive it, how it is that we move beyond what is a structured paradigm of growth, what is a structured paradigm of productivity as well. You want to be dynamic, I'm getting, Aquarius. You want the free range, okay, of movement creatively. And it's at the point where you're like, okay, even if I'm hearing we're ringing around the merry-go-round, I don't want to just move, okay, in a way that I feel I'm just moving. I don't want to just move. I want to move in ways that I am discovering. And the process of discovery is so important for you, Aquarius, and I'm getting that is a focus for you as you move into February. So thank you so much for tuning in, Aquarius. Love and light to you. Thank you so much for your dear patience with these readings again. And I'll see you in a few weeks with a February reading. Stay tuned for them. Love and light to you on this journey forward, and I'll see you soon.